14-year-old teenager Edine escaped from her home in West France in January. Her mother, Marine, had no news from her until she heard her daughter was eventually found in a crack users camp after getting mixed up with the wrong people. She said she called the police in vain.
The police knew she was there, but could not intervene because she said she was older and gave a false name.
Marine was in despair and feared she would never see her daughter again. As a last resort, she contacted different anti-drug associations on Facebook until someone called Tarak Sassi answered her call.
I'd lost all courage. When I called Tarak on the phone, it gave me power to overcome that. I thought, wow, I'm not alone. He will help me.
Tarak is from an association until recently entitled Paris Anti-Crack Collective. He started to do research to find Edine right after the phone call from Marine.
Edine's mother threw a bottle in the water by reaching us. For 2 days, we mobilized the team in different camps. We searched in different camps all over Paris.
He finally found the teenager, now weighing 40 pounds and close to a life-threatening situation. She has since been admitted to a rehab house close to her hometown. Our crew filmed these pictures in the camp where she was found. The camp drones in crack users from the capital. Some there were very hostile and threw glass bottles at us as we tried to film.
The tent is there. She was in there. The police came first, then the parents came a few minutes later.
The camp is at Porte de la Villette in large cultural park in Paris. The park houses a lively music venue and a large science museum. It also hosts a top-rated French school of music. But the area is blighted by violence, according to its residents. Last month, a public transport union suggested a definitive closure of the railway station there over public safety. There have already been several incidents of aggression. Residents confirm they feel they are in danger.
You have to be careful all the time. We're being asked for money. If we don't answer, it can cause a problem. Women are being followed at night. Children are sometimes afraid of going to school or taking the bus. We live in fear. Some businesses are closing. This is terrible for us.
This cafe owner says life here has become unbearable. Crack users get in coffee shop with knives and show little restraint in front of the staff and clients.
Sometimes I'm tired and tell them to go away, and they get angry and pull out knives. One day one of them pulled a knife as long as this.
He says the City Hall and police don't take the issue seriously.
The City Hall and police only move the problem from one place to another rather than find a solution. There are people living here. We cannot handle a problem of this scale.
In 2019, there was only one so-called crack camp at Porte de la Chapelle. After being dismantled by the police, the crack users have moved to Porte de la Villette, Jardin des Halles and Stalingrad. And according to Tarak's association, crack usage seems to be spreading across the French capital.
We have a long list of tragedies. A young person with autism was murdered while he was shopping for food. We have seen babies attacked in the streets. The murder of elderly people, cases of prostitution, violent accounts involving huge knives.
There is no official data on the increase of the crack users' population in Paris. But the Paris City Hall budget for tackling the problem has been revised from 3 million to 24 million euros this year. It will be spent on the injections room in the capital, as decided by a ministerial decree 2 weeks ago. A map released by a councillor of the Paris region shows the potential locations of these injection rooms. Police will not intervene with crack users within a 300-meter perimeter around these places. For Tarak, this is only adding fuel to the flame, as he says it means the problem surrounding crack use will be spread to more districts.
Drugs injection sites are a nightmare for residents. This creates a 300-meter perimeter where drug users wander, drug dealers sell their products. It creates a danger zone that's impossible. Moreover, this is just supporting and maintaining this wrong situation. The City Hall created social hotels where crack users can reside for free. The people you see here all reside in Max Tourmois plus Hébert in the 17th, 18th, 19th districts.
He says this situation has never been encountered before in France, but there are solutions that have proven to work in North America.
These are things that we have seen in Canada or the United States, but we are not prepared. I would specifically like the authorities to speak to Canadian and US experts to use solutions supporting the withdrawal from drugs, doing efficient prevention work, but first and foremost, repression.
First injection rooms could be created in the coming months after the City Hall decided upon their locations. As for Tarak, his association La Remontée will continue their operation in the field to rescue and help drug users and local residents. David Vives, NTD News, Paris.